Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video, it'll be for Love Island 2023, Series 9, Episode 30. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 29, of course, it's going to be spoilers. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So, Shaq and Layla were talking, very flirty. Sammy and Ryan were talking, he forgot to put sun cream on. And then Sammy said, "You'll burn," and all. So she was very caring about that, and he said, "Do you want to do my back then?" Then we had the raunchy race. Basically, the Islanders, they get a text at the same time to do some challenges. The Villa or the Casa, whoever does the most challenges, they get a party tonight. So all Islanders get into a different sex position with a member of the opposite sex. The Villa were the fastest. Shortest boy must snog the girl he fancies the most. So Kane went for Lana, and then Casey went for Sanam. Casa won. The youngest two boys must snog two girls they think are the fittest. So Tom went for Sammy and Layla, and then Will also went for Cynthia and Sammy. And then in Casa, Kane went for Lana and Olivia, and then Frankie went for Lana and Sammy. And the Villa won that. The shortest girl must snog the boy she fancies the most. So Tanya went for Martin. It was between that and then Jesse. Shaq was like, "I really hope it's Jesse," but then at the same time it's probably Tanya. So yeah, Tanya, Martin, and then Layla and Kai. Casa were the fastest. The boys with the most tattoos must snog the girl he thinks is the fittest. Shaq did Lydia, and then Bailey, Claudia. The Villa were the fastest. And then do a three-way kiss with two Islanders you fancy the most. So it was a random text to someone, this was. So Cynthia went for Casey and Tom. And then Frankie went for Olivia and Lana. Villa were the fastest. And then each girl with blonde hair must snog the boy they fancy the most. Claudia went for Kane. And then Lana went for Ryan. And then Sammy went for Casey. So there was two boys in Casa. So I thought they're going to be slower. But they weren't. They were quick. Casa were the quickest there. And then random text someone, crawl like a cat to the person you think would be the most animalistic in bed. Sammy to Kane. And then Will to Lydia. The Villa were the fastest. And the boys whose name comes last in the alphabet must snog the girl he fancies the most. They were unsure because whether it was last name or the first name. But either way, they were both last in the alphabet. So Ryan and Sammy, and then Will and Lydia. The Villa were the fastest there. So overall, it was 6-3 to the Villa, and 6 to the Villa, and then 3 to Casa. All the boys after jumped in the pool. Shaq says he wants to put in work, but at the same time, he doesn't, want to lose Tanya. Will says, Will's not getting away. Casey said. He said, "Go explore other girls." Casa boys were doing some press-ups. Sammy, with a Y, because just to, make sense. Sammy with a Y says Casey is good with his tongue, telling the other girls. Martin was dancing in the shower. Lydia says she's got her eye on Casey and Kai. Martin might sneak in a kiss, he says, with Tanya. Layla says Will is fun. Casey and Sanam were talking. Claudia and Bailey were talking. They were a bit nervous, they said. Olivia and Maxwell were talking. They went to the kitchen, get a bit of alone time, and they kissed. Kai and Sanam were talking. Tanya and Martin talking again. Or I think the first time. And she nearly, bit him or something, like a joke. Lana and Ryan were talking. Jesse and Frankie were talking, and then sort of saying, sparks weren't flying there. So I think at the moment she's still locked on Will. Sammy, i.e., was speaking to Ryan. Olivia told the girls about the kiss she had with Maxwell. Tanya said she wants to kiss Martin, but doesn't want to get in trouble. Tom and Lydia were talking. Lydia fancies Tom, and I think they were sleeping together. She asked him, I think. Casey and Sanam again were talking. She's in the top for Casey. He said he wanted a kiss out of the challenge. She was like, oh yes, I was thinking the same thing. He literally went straight in and got lip gloss over her. I thought, you know, you would have asked her to share a bed as well. But he asked someone else. It's a bit weird. Tanya Martin was speaking again. He had his arm over her and was kissing her hand. He asked if she wanted to borrow his jacket. He did a shoulder kiss. Casey and Cynthia were talking. Casey's favourite position is 69. Cynthia's is doggy, or like the back legs over the shoulder. But yeah, Casey asked Cynthia to share a bed. I was like, you kissed Sanam. So I'm like, what? Unless maybe someone else asked Sanam. That's why. I don't know. Will and Layla was speaking, and then they kissed. I think this was in the terrace. And they were... she asked, could I share a bed? And then Casey said he's been a naughty boy when he was downstairs about Will. And then Casey and Will talked about that kiss. And then Ron and Tom were in a Sammy sandwich, Sammy with a Y. And then Tom left, and then Ronnie was speaking to Sammy. Layla told Will about the kiss. And then we had the same sleeping arrangements for the girls. Jessie and Frankie, Tanya Martin, Olivia Maxwell, Claudia and Bailey, Sammy and Ryan, Kane and Lana. Nothing really there. And then we had Casey and Cynthia, Kaya and Sanam, Layla and Will, Lydia and Tom, and then Ron, Shaq, Linda and Sammy were all on their own. Lydia was on Tom's head, and Kai and Sanam was stroking Kai's hair, and then Layla and Will was getting his hair stroked by Layla. But yeah, basically she told some of the girls about in the dressing room about the Will kiss with Layla, that was. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.